Okay, I was talking about the front pad placement. I made the mistake of putting it on a little too far back, and it had this graphic here. I'm like, just further enough forward. I'll just kind of follow the graphic to make it look nice, which is what I did. And it turns out when the mast falls and hits the pad, there's too much nose sticking out, and as a result, I did a good job on the nose. I repaired it and then I cracked it a little bit again. Not badly, but anyway, just letting you know, if you're just learning, especially, get the pad. Adds a little extra buoyancy up front, which is nice. Just put it on as far forward as reasonable here, so that you don't do what I did, which is whack the nose up. So anyway, that's not a reflection on the board itself. That's just fact of life, something you got to do. So the big challenge for me on this board was getting the foil set up properly, following the advice of people that know better, and then getting the mast foot in the right position. So what I like to do is I calibrated everything. You can see here I just did some 1 centimeter increments. I put the 2 bolt. I used the 2 bolt. I put it back as far as it would go, and that was 0. And then I just went with 1 centimeter increments forward. And as you can see, I'm kind of right there in the middle, which is nice. For the 7.0, I seem to be right around there. 8.5, I've only used it once, so I'm not quite sure where I'll be. Maybe a little further forward than that. But what I wanted to show you, I want to show you the bottom. But first, I was talking about 160-liter volume, and as you probably know, with foil boards, that volume is really focused, concentrated aft. And you can see how thick the transom is there. It's got a lot of volume back aft. Some cutouts there, but mainly these are designed to have your weight in the back very early on. I find that when I'm getting onto a plane or pumping, I put my front foot immediately in the foot strap and pump from there. Typically, I have my back foot, somewhere back here. And as soon as the board comes up on foil, I'm usually going, unless I'm reaching or I'm overpowered, I'm going right for the back strap. Okay, so let me flip this thing over, and we can look at the bottom. So I played around a lot with the position of the foil, and this is a really nice system for tweaking, and for tweaky guys like me. I like to move things around, and the slots are great for that. And there's, again, a lot of range of adjustment. I did the same thing here. This is 0 to 10. It turns out there's 10 centimeters of adjustment, which is pretty good. It's about 4 inches, and that's plenty of adjustment for any contingency, any type of foil arrangement that you probably have. And what I found was, for the setup, the 84 setup that I have, and I have the 76 too, but with the 84, which is what I use the most often, I am somewhere, I'll show you, but somewhere in this 6 number, how I do it. So I still got, another 4 centimeters that I could go forward if I really wanted. So I'm right around that middle of the range here in the 6. And when I switch to the 76 foil, I go aft, somewhere of 4, about 2 centimeters aft. And the theory here is that you want the center of lift of the front foil to be generally right in between the straps. So one of the tips I got from Ezzy was, just you can put the foil right on the deck, and translate that position to where it would need to be on the bottom, and that's probably pretty good advice here. So if I were to put the foil on, you'd see that the foil is right in through here, and that seems to balance it out pretty well. And then it's just a matter of tweaking a little bit back and forth. For the light air, I tend to slide it a little further forward. And we're talking about a centimeter tops, a little further forward in light air. If I'm overpowered, maybe a little further back. But you slide it further forward to give you a little bit additional lift out of the water, a little earlier lift. The downside is that you're going to be a little more front foot pressure when it's further forward. But that's nice to have that track and be able to do those things. Let's flip it over again. So bottom shape wise, it's got the cutouts, whatever. I mean, it's supposed to help you come unstuck to get the thing up on foil. I don't know if it really does anything for a foil board, but I guess the race boards have them, so it must do something. I'm kind of agnostic on it. It doesn't seem to really matter to me. I saw a board that Ezzy designed and had built, and I don't think he had any cutouts there, but it's got them. The bottom design is very flat. I guess it's got a double concave to it. Again, I guess the whole theory is to try and get the thing unstuck. Whether that works or not, I don't know. It's got some rocker forward, which is supposed to help you on landings so that you don't stick it so hard you go over the handlebars, which you will anyway when you're learning, and a bit of bevel here. Again, to help on those re-entries to keep the impacts low on the re-entries. So anyway, the board does what it's intended to do. I don't think it's going to limit me with what I really want to do from a free ride perspective. But I do want to go faster, which means going wider, and that means probably going to a race board at some point. But I really enjoyed learning on this, and I know that I'm still going to be learning and enjoying my time on it, and it's going to serve its purpose for a very long time doing that. And highly recommend this board for anybody that's interested in doing what I did, which was jumping with both feet on the wind foiling. And it's been a great adventure. So that's the Slingshot Levitator 160. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And I think that this board is really well suited to both the 84 and the 76 wings. It works great with both. The 84 is just fantastic for lower speed, higher stability sailing. Just my advice to anybody buying a board like this is if you're just learning, you don't care about speed so much, the 84 is a great choice. I would get the longer mast right off the bat personally. The 24-inch mast, I used it once or twice, and I thought this kind of blows because I was constantly foiling out. But I guess the short mast is good if you're in shallow water. Some people contend that it's better for kind of teaching you, ride height, how to keep it tight on the ride height. But I always find myself using the long mast, the 90 centimeter mast. So there you have it. I will also try and review the other foils, the 84 and the 76. But thanks for watching, and I look forward to your comments.